Good morning, my student. How are you? I think you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is my next class of Science in Phases, narration and detached sentence. I talked of some rules of detached sentence in my previous class. Today, I give you some ideas about the next portion of detached sentence. Then I will discuss rules of phases narration, and at the end of the class I will give you a homework for practice, and after opening our school or when our school activities will open, then I check it in our daily classes. So in my previous class I give an example of unreal first event. I couldn't give you an answer, so let's start. Be ready. Look at the board. There are some verbs in English that is after the word, if we use first form, that is called unreal first event. You look at the board, wish, it is time, it is high time, and rather, sooner. After the verb, if we use any first event, that is called unreal first event, and in that case unreal first event can't be changed. You have a look on the example. He said, he said, it is time, we sang a song. You sang a song. Here sang is a first event. In generally we have to change this verb in first perfect form, but in that case it will not be changed. So the answer is, he said that it was time they sang a song. So this is the answer. And in every verb, wish, rather, it is time, it is high time, after this verb, the verb will not be changed. And now I discussed the last portion of interrogative sentence. In my previous class, I discussed the tense based question interrogative form in my class. Today I discuss the WS question. You know, WS question is an important topic for you in class 8, and in the phases narration in the detached sentence you can see this type of question will set in your exam. So WS question means who, what, which, whom, where, when, why and how. That is called, or that words are called WS question. And there is a specific rule in changing space. You can see the example. The teacher said to me, who are you? This is the direct space, and the answer is, my teacher asked me. My teacher asked me. And you can use inquired of me or asked me who I was. And one thing you must be careful, that is after the who, some student can do the wrong, that is they use the auxiliary before the subject. So be careful when you answer, you must use auxiliary verb after the subject. And another important thing, that is, this is the question mark, but my answer is in full stop. Because of full stop, the auxiliary must use after subject. And another thing you must be careful, that is the interrogative sentence use, there is no alternative linkers in interrogative sentence. When who is a connectors, so he is always remain unchanged, and there is no there is no use of other connectors in that case. Supposing 10 based question we use if or whether, but here you only use the WS question. Next, I discuss imperative sentence. You know, imperative sentence is another important topic for you in detailed sentence. At first you have to study imperative sentence. Imperative sentence means it is related to request, advised, commanded, forbade, suggested, proposed, so on. And the word depends on the actual meaning of the refuted speech. Refuted speech demand what types of verb you can use in the refuted verb. So, imperative sentence, there is another characteristics of imperative sentence, that is there is no subject is used in imperative sentence. So here is the structure of imperative sentence. You look at the board: subject, verb, then subject, verb, to and not to and not to, plus verb. This is the first rule of imperative sentence. And when you try to answer this question, then you can see we use subject plus requested, advised, commanded, forbade, so on. And this is totally depends on the meaning of the refuted speech. Refuted speech demands you what types of verb you can use in your answer script or in your answer. And I give an example, that is, he said, please give me a pen. This is an example. Please is used, you know, this is the request. So the answer is, he requested to give him a pen. This is the answer. You need to edit karo. So student, we follow the second rule of imperative sentence. You have a look on the board. In second rule, you can say subject, verb, object, inverted comma, let plus us plus verb plus dot dot. That means this rule only describe the let us, that is called let us rule in imperative sentence. And when you want to change this sentence, then after subject you can use proposed and suggested. You can use to or omit to, that's not a factor, but in modern English, you can see in modern English grammar book, in basic book, suggested to or proposed to is used. And then object, that, subject, should, verb. So this is the structure of let us rule, and I gave an example for you. He said to me, let us discuss the matter. Let us discuss the matter. And the answer is, he proposed to me that we should discuss the matter. And sometimes we use the subject they when I or we is not used in the question, then you change into they, subject they. So I think you can understand the rules. The next rule is very important. Some student students face problem to answer this type of question, that is subject, verb, object, let plus except us. We can use me, him, them, her, so on, plus verb. And in that case, in indirect space, after subject we use told, wished, prayed. What we use in this case, it depends on the meaning of refuted space. And when you can't understand if it is prayed or wished, then you only use told. And the answer of this structure, that is subject, told, wished, prayed, then subject, then might, then verb and object. You can use might or might be allowed to. In the passage, it is decent to use might be allowed to. You can use might or might be allowed to. For your easy understanding, we advise our student to use only might. And I give an example for you, that is, he said, let me go. Let me go. He told me that he might go, or he might be allowed to go. So you can see the differentiation, discrimination or differentiation of the sentence pattern. And I repeat again, in the imperative sentence, we use 4 rules. One is verb plus object, or don't plus verb plus object, then let us rule, then let plus other possessive rule. You should practice these 3 structure for better learning. Okay student, now I discuss the rules of passage narration. I discussed the rule orally, then I gave some example on the board, then I discuss it later. So first rule of the passage narration, you must go through the lesson carefully. Then you can see refuted verb may I use at the end of the sentence, at the middle of the sentence, or at the very beginning of the sentence. So at first you start the refuted verb from the beginning of the sentence. In the example, you can see, I can't answer it, he said. So at the end of the sentence, I use the refuted verb, but when you try to answer it, you write, he said that he couldn't answer it or that. So this is the first rule. The second rule is that you sometimes say that yes or no is used in the passage. You know, if we use yes, then in the indirect form, the answer is replied in the affirmative or positive, and in the no, the answer is replied in the negative. So look at the example. Did you go to school? I said no, I don't, he said. So the answer of the sentence is, I asked if he had gone to school. He replied in the negative and said he didn't. So you must use refuted verb at the very beginning. Number 3, sometimes you can say there are some addressing sentence, or sometimes the speaker address to his student or someone else. So that's not a factor. When you can see addressing, then you must use the rule. I give an example of addressing, that is, students, listen to me, I say. This is addressing. So you start the sentence in such a way that addressing them as my student, I advised to listen to me, to listen to me. So when addressing is used, you mention that is addressing him, addressing them, addressing his dear students, or addressing his dear son, so on. So you must be careful about addressing. Then in the rule 4, you may see some sentences just like as the speaker tells many refuted speech in the sentence. The refuted speech, he can use different types of refuted speech in the sentence. In that case, when you answer, then you try to answer in such a way that at first sentence you can answer that he added, he further added, again added, etc. And if it is not be useful for you, then you can use he said, again said, further said, also said, etc. And if there are more than one space in interrogative sentence, then you can write he asked, he again asked, further asked, etc. Then I give an example. Have a look on the example. I am a student. I go to school every day. I am very attentive to my lesson, he said. So here he used different types of speech in the refuted speech, and you can answer it in such a way that he said that he was a student, he went to school every day, and he was attentive to his lesson. He was very attentive, or he was attentive to his lesson. So this is the important rule for you, and you can see this type of refuted speech in different types of passages. And number 5, sometimes in the passage used by Allah, by Job, by God. In this case, you can use swearing by Allah, swearing by God, swearing by Job or God, and you must start in such a way as swearing by Allah or so on. And this is an example. By Allah, I must go, he said. So swearing by Allah, he said that he had to go. Swearing by Allah, he said he had to go. And now I give an example for practice at the end of the rules. That is, you can see the example when you are starting for Burimari. Moni said, the day before yesterday, I said, will you visit Dahlia too? She said, no, I don't. So this is the passage, and you look the answer of the passage. Moni asked me when I was starting for Burimari. I replied that it was the day before the next day. She means here Moni, she asked, or then she asked if I would visit Dahlia too. I replied in the negative and said that I didn't. So this is the rules. I think you will be benefited to practice these rules, and from this example, if you watch the whole video, I think you will get benefited from my class. I give homework for practice. You try to answer this passage in your home, and after opening school, we try to check your answer script. So now I finished my class. Advance Eid Mubarak to you all, and I do hope you will be enjoy Eid, the greatest festival of Muslims. And next class, I will meet another topics, either it is first paper EFT or English second paper grammar portion. Okay, thank you very much. We meet you again. Thank you.